Growing up, it was always kind of understood that I would serve at least one enlistment. My grandfathers, my father, my uncles, they all served. And it was important to us that we did our part. But as I got closer to graduation, it became apparent that we didn't have the funds or the means to really pursue further education, tuition-wise. So I saw the Army as a way of possibly getting a shot at a higher education. Things didn't quite go to plan because I ended up staying 30 years and ended up getting my degrees while I was in the service. But I think it all worked out for the best. So during my last tour in Afghanistan, my A-team was assigned to work as part of a rule of law task force in Logman province. We worked with State Department attorneys who were there to assist local prosecutors and judges in setting up a more modern legal system in the provinces. Part of this was working closely with those attorneys to coordinate operations. And I would watch as they were able to translate between the US system and the Afghan system and find common ground and fundamental principles. And I was amazed by this. And I said, how do you do this? And they said, well, we learned this in our first year of law school. And at that point, that was it for me. I was hooked. I decided after this, I'm going to start the path to becoming a lawyer. In general, Yale Law School thrives on diversity. And it's pretty diverse. Most people haven't been exposed to the military culture. So there's a good exchange and cross-learning opportunity there. But I think on a more concrete level, many of the students here are going to go on to positions of leadership and influence in our government or other governments across the planet. And I think it's important for them to engage with those who have been most affected by the decisions made by policymakers at the ground level. I work with, obviously, the Yale Law Veterans Association. I am the co-academic chair, and also I represent clients for the Veterans Legal Services Clinic. And I think that those are really fantastic as far as being able to connect veterans within the law school and also with the broader Yale Veterans Association. It's just nice to know that you've got others who see things like you and others who have been through what you've been through and are now in this pretty intense environment together. And I just think that value and community is really important to have once you show up to a place that is as challenging as Yale Law School. Well, the only thing worse than not having any options is having too many options. But if I could share my ultimate dream, I would love to return home and represent local business owners. Local business owners and small business owners, they contribute to the fabric of a community in a way that major corporations really can't. My father was a carpenter, and he struggled with all the business aspects, and it's really easy to run into a lot of pitfalls. Tax, compliance, legal standards. It would just really be my ultimate dream to go home and contribute in that way. And I think that's in line with the values my family instilled with me and also the values of Yale Law School. Nobody comes here just to become a lawyer. They come here to be a positive agent for change. And I think that's really a good thing, and I'd like to be a part of that.